Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Willie J coming back at you from LPR Trading Group. Do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, check out our other material we have going on at this YouTube channel. Today I was looking at a few tickers. So I had 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐜𝐸, BBBY, Plug, and CLF on my watch list. But I want to get into big market context first, and we are looking at ES here. Gap down yesterday. They opened up at 6 and we gapped down, had a nice fade throughout this. So in the morning here, we rallied right back up to to close this gap, but we had some supply here. And if we notice carefully, we have volume point of control right here at 43.22 from the previous day. So that really gathered my interest. I said, okay, we made this big rally up. If buyers are present here, we're going to need either a small pullback off the open and a big rally up and through this supply and volume level from Friday session, or we can see sellers really jump in and push this thing back down to where we came from. And Dave, the Discord channel, sent this out this morning clearly. Said this level right here, 43.20, will be the key level, right where 43.25, right where our supply zone starts. And we need to make an effort here. We need some buyers present if we were thinking of going up, or if sellers take over, we could see, price fade. And that's exactly what we saw on the day. So this sparked my interest and really put me short biased in the morning if that's what we had going. So let's get into these trades here. 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐜𝐸 I was interested in because if we look at the 1 day here, we're going straight up. Parabolic. We know oil is a big commodity trading right now with the Ukraine conflict, the war on Ukraine, and oil tickers are really, this is what they're doing, right? They're going straight up. So we had a huge day on Friday with 100 million volume shares traded. And so if we're looking at it from today, we gapped up. Let's see, we closed right here at 56 and we gapped up all the way to 63, 60, almost 64. And that's an excessive gap. And I was short biased on this. Obviously I had to see how it was going to trade. It's not the cleanest trading ticker by any means, but what I noticed was that we had this really nice downtrend coming here. And I had this drawn out on my DOS platform right about there, and it came off of, look at the 1 minute, it came off this trend line just like that. Okay, so I had this drawn out prior, and it came off this trend line, boom. And the other thing we'd like to know is the first 2 minutes of the day, we had no volumes going on, and then we get this huge volume push, and the tape was printing huge sell orders through here. So I noticed that and I got in right here. It was a little late on my entry, but I want to see how 58 responded, and we pushed right through it. I got in as soon as I could, and I rode this down to right about here. I did add in here, which one of the things I'm still working on is getting a better add, wait for this pullback. It just seems so weak to me that, I got to add it right in here, and then we didn't get pushed back down on time, and I got the rest of my position stopped out, break even, but I had a very nice trade on this, which I'll show you my entries in a minute here. All right, our next ticker was BBBY, so this thing, we know all about it. If we look at the daily chart, this is one of the meme stocks. This thing can really fly once it gets going. We gapped up, we bounced right off this key level, $30, and this is on the open. This isn't after hours. Or pre-market was up through here. If we take a look at it, pre-market was all the way up at 35. This thing was really rallying, and I was short biased personally. Markets looked weak, and this isn't my wheelhouse completely to trade these. So I got in right here short. And as soon as I got in there, I said, you know what? I just sold the low of the first minute candle. I said that's not the proper place to be in. Even though the tape, the level 2, the tape especially, was screaming short, we very easily could have bounced right back up to 29.50 or even 30 to get a proper entry. So I cut this for a half-hour loser before getting my stop, which I think was over 29.50s right up here. I wasn't confident in it, and I did not come back to see it. It did give the short that we wanted. I was looking down to get down to 20 to 26, 26.50s, and we got there no problem, super easily. And yeah, you know, some people made some really nice money off this short. So you know, I recognized my error. I said, no, I got in at the wrong price. This should have been my relook, or right here. But I was busy doing other things by then. So that's my only loser on the day. And then we had CLF, which was my biggest winner of the day. CLF, takeoff volume, VPOC, volume profile, was considerably short biased, but this thing has been ripping, and I've been watching it daily, and I really like how it opens, and it can give you a big signal on its open. Look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days up, straight up. This is just running. It's really nice. Why did I get interested in this on the 1 minute? Look at this volume. This is the open first minute candle. The second minute candle, boom, we get all our buying volume in. It holds price, and I got in right here, right over 26.25, and I held this. I got out over half my position through this move up to here, and then I added right here over 27. So if we look at this very closely, what do we have? We have 27, okay, in that yellow line, 27, big level for orders to be placed, sell orders to be placed, and it's just a psychological level, honestly. There's nothing else to it. But what do? We push through it, and we fail, okay? We fail, push higher on this candle, boom, we drop down a nice inverse hammer. Then we put in a nice doji. We break below these lows of 26.88. We get bought right back up. And we push 27 here. And we put in an inside bar right below key level, 27. So we already tested 27 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This is the 5th time coming into it. We did break it over, but the liquidity is drying up, and we make this nice little wedge through here. So I said, okay, I'm going to take an add over 27 on this test here. I really like it. And what do we get? We get a huge move up. And then I did end up taking my whole position off through right here. I played an add here for a rally, base rally up to 27.50s. We didn't get it right there. NQ and ES were really rolling over by now. And I started seeing some hesitancy in here. We already had one huge leg, 2 legs up, and I said, I don't know, my average was down. I don't remember where it was, but it was down through here. I had no reason to get out, but I wanted to secure my profits, which isn't necessarily the best trading psychology you can have, because it went all the way up to 27.75, and my last orders were looking to get filled at 27.69. So, you know, I left some money there. I could have, instead of taking this rally-based rally add, I could have been a little bit more patient, knowing that we had this huge rally already. You know, I thought we were going to drop down to VWAP and test this intraday demand zone right here. We were really close to it, but we just didn't get it and got the nice rally. And on my last trade here, which was Plug, I was watching Plug. Plug's been doing this, is that it has these rallies and then fades, right? Rally drop, not there, but the previous day rally drop, and I had that in my mind. So we came in, sorry, this is marked as a demand, but it's actually a supply zone right here. It's green box. Let me take off volume profile. So we get a really nice rally up into here, but the markets are weak, right? Markets are weak, and we gotta look at this in the 1 minute. Markets are weak. We broke over this supply zone, but we failed to continue, and I got short right here at just under 24.25 for failed supply and key level. So yesterday's high, right? Key level. Yeah, this is key level right through here. Mark that out. So failed key level, failed, and supply was not respected to come down, test, and rally off of. So I got in right there, and I took this thing all the way down to low day. I added twice through here, and had a really nice trade on this as well. Let's get into my entries here. See if we can learn something in these entries. So what do we have on it? This is BBBY. So like I said, look at that. Shorted into a level that I had drawn out. It was antsiness. It wasn't proper, and I noticed it. I got out, and I'm cool with that. Yeah, but like I said, the big sell volumes, the tape really read short. I just, I was not, just wasn't right there for me. I had other plans that I liked more. And then here's Oxy. So on Oxy, like I said, when the volumes come in right there, and this trading view doesn't have the proper volumes. We have huge sell imbalance on this volume, right? Noted by the pink bar there. So when I see these kinds of things and we actually go up, I take them as a sign of potential weakness. And if you were actually looking at the tape, you saw big orders coming through on the sell side. So I jumped in right there, partial, and then I added, hoping to get down to 56.22. Yesterday, Friday's close. We didn't get it on this push down, so I got stopped. And this could have been a bigger trade if I would have taken more of my position off in this. I'm looking at probably an extra 1.5 R plug. So here's the supply plus key level right here, and we failed supply. NQ was very weak. ES was weak. So target was yesterday's close, blue line, and low day. This is a big lesson right here. Tell me, is this a good ad right here? So we just broke low day. We have a drop-based drop happened. Is this a good ad? No, it's an awful ad, right? This is an awful ad. This is the biggest lesson I can take from today. Why am I adding right there? This is a level I have drawn out. There's some support there. A trap under low of day, which is exactly what happened, right? Look at this. We trap a bunch of shorts under low of day, and then we get a rip right back up to where we came from. Okay, so this ad is completely improper. If I'm looking for an ad, I want to look for an ad up at 23.75, which is where I ended up getting out. But it's how it is. It was a fine trade too. And then here is the trade of the day for me, which is CLF. So the keys of this trade: there's no volume in the first minute. Volume comes in, heavy buy volume, right? And we hold it. So that's the key. We held this. The tape was showing there was no sellers interested in trying to push this down. If there was sellers, it was being absorbed on over 26.25, 26.20, and I noticed that and I got in. I don't know where my risk was. It might have been under 26 or maybe even 26.10. It was probably around 26. I don't recall where I clicked. So I got some 10%, and then I got a majority of my position out up here. I was holding probably about 35% of my position. And I added, like I said, we tested this 27 a lot. We made this nice tight wedge, and I got in on the break over 27. And we got an immediate fill up here. I added for that rally-based rally up to 27.50s. If we didn't get it and I got all out, NQ scared me out of this, honestly. So this has huge relative strength. That's one of the things we want to see. This thing can really run. Buyers were present. That was clear. And what did I do? I had to wait for the first pullback to the 9 EMA on the 1 minute chart to look for a good proper ad. So that was aggressive ad. And then here my average was down. My average wasn't even up here. My average was under 27 or around 27. I thought when I saw this consolidation, I said, you know what? We could very easily come down in here. This is a really nice trap zone trade that we teach. If price comes back into here, we got confluence of intraday demand, VWAP, and if we break below this 26, just these lows right here, that could be a really good trap zone entry, and I decided to take my profits based on that analysis. Right or wrong, it is what it is. We had another nice leg up all the way up to 27.75, which is where my ultimate targets were.